What in the world is Haley doing talking to Leslie? Of all people, that's a question on everybody's mind. When I saw those two sitting across from each other looking all calm, I knew something messy was coming. But here's the thing. I think I know exactly why Haley reached out to Leslie. And trust me, it's not about forgiveness, closure, or even a friendship. It's about manipulation, and it's about keeping this lie going just long enough for her to get what she wants from Bill. Let's break this all down. Now, you tell me what woman claiming to be pregnant turns down an ultrasound with the baby's father sitting right there. A woman who's not pregnant, that's who. Now, this alleged pregnancy of hers has been the centerpiece of her latest manipulate Bill Hamilton before he want to go back to Danny campaign. Right when Bill and Danny were having a moment, right when she could sense Bill slipping emotionally, suddenly, boom, she's pregnant. Danny has been screaming from the rooftop since she heard about the fake baby news. And even though Bill thought it was absurd and thought that Danny was just jealous of his new wife and his new life, but it didn't stop the seed from being planted. Seeds of doubt. Now he want to see the baby. He want to hear the baby's heartbeat. Bill wants confirmation. And even though he's responding to all of her childish outbursts like any proud father would, in the back of his mind, he's been through pregnancies with Danny before, right? So he's no stranger to bringing in new life into the world, right? And we're going to circle back to Bill and his childish antics in just a few moments. But let's fast forward to this teaser for next week's episode. We see Haley sitting across from Leslie looking all serious, like some sort of deal is about to go down. But why? And here's my theory. Haley is running out of time. Bill is pushing for proof. The lies are stacking up, and she knows that if she can't produce some kind of proof, she's done. So she turns to someone who can operate behind the scenes, someone who won't question her too much. And in this theory, she wants Leslie to make some magic happen in the hospital, work a miracle somehow. Say what you want about Leslie, but one thing we do know about her is that she knows how to play both sides of the fence, right? I believe Haley is asking her to help her fake the pregnancy evidence. We're talking ultrasound images, maybe a video file, possibly even a fake email from the hospital tech, appointments, anything that's gonna show fetal activity, something, right? I mean, think about it. All she really needs is an official looking document to send to Bill, something he can easily disprove, something that will help her to buy more time. And let's not forget that Leslie has access. She has worked in the medical setting before, maybe as a tech, in records, whatever her role was. It put her in close proximity to these systems, right? She knows how hospital software works, and she knows how all the documents and letters should be formatted. And if Leslie helps her to do this, she becomes part of the lie too. And let's not forget who we're dealing with here. Leslie has to also get something out of the deal, right? So will Haley pay her in cash, or will she be the fly on the wall whenever Bill is conspiring with the Duprees to have her locked up? What other business do these two have with each other? I can tell you what they have in common for sure. They both move with a spirit of jealousy, right? They're both outsiders, jealous of the Dupree women and their lifestyle, and they'll stop at nothing to disrupt their lives and cause chaos. When Haley was friends with Naomi, of course, clearly this wasn't a genuine friendship. We didn't really get to witness that much because they started off hot. They came in already married, right? So we don't know what their friendship was like, but I know it wasn't genuine. I mean, clearly. Haley admired Naomi's lifestyle, but the admiration turned into obsession. She wanted what Naomi had, the clothes, the house, the attention. And when she realized that she couldn't be Naomi, in her mind, she did the next best thing. She seduced Naomi's father and became his wife. Haley took it there, right? She crossed every moral, emotional, and psychological line. She didn't stop until she was wearing Naomi's last name, living in Bill's house, and now she has the same lifestyle, maybe even better. But that's not love, that's envy in action. And let me just say this, Bill is the most immaturest man-child that I've ever seen. Did y'all notice how he rushed into the hospital room to be by Haley's side, talking about, "What's wrong, honey? Tell daddy what's wrong so I can fix it." I'm sitting here looking at the TV with my lips curled. Well, he didn't quite say daddy, but that's what he wanted to say. Bill can no longer have this pure relationship with his daughters, right? Not like it used to be. And he certainly can't spoil Danny anymore. So who gets all of the time and all of the attention? Miss Haley here. She throws herself on him every chance that she gets. all to keep him distracted because she's afraid that Bill's gonna wake up, come to his senses, and go back home to Danny. Oh, it's gonna happen. And did you guys also notice how Bill looked at Danny after he had that stroke? After all that they've gone through and still going through with his new life, Danny still found the time, she found it right to go to the hospital to be sure that he was okay. And Haley saw that. She couldn't stand it. She knows that she will never have what Bill had with Danny. This is why she keeps throwing that young cooch on him. But Bill and Danny's connection is undeniable, something real, and Haley will never be able to compete, and she knows it. But we're all wondering why these two are getting involved, what's the motive, and Leslie's not stupid. She knows that what she's doing is against the law, but this has never stopped her before, so it's not gonna stop her now. But Leslie's involvement tells us one thing, that Haley is running out of options. She's running out of people to manipulate, and now she's tapping into her last resource. But what if Leslie flips? What if she agrees to help but then turns around and exposes Haley to Bill? And that would be an interesting plot twist. I don't know. She may pretend to help. She might just even go so far as to generate a document or two. But in the end, she'll either back out or worse, she'll hand Bill over everything as evidence and prove that Haley is lying. But will this be enough to make Bill finally walk away, then possibly run back to Danny? Will Danny even take him back at this point? That jealousy spirit is something serious. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out to be violent. Like she may start to threaten people to cover her tracks, just to keep that lifestyle, just to keep Bill. I mean, it wasn't enough that you've taken the woman's husband, right? Now she has to have the lifestyle. She still wants to stay in Fairmont Crest. She still wants to be a part of the country club. She wants to be in all the circles. She wants all the things, right? So I just don't think that anything's gonna stop her at this point from getting what she wants. So next week, or whenever they decide to show it, when you see Haley and Leslie locked in a quiet little coffee shop, looks like Orphe Jeans, having a conversation, don't let that fool you. I mean, this is not a heart-to-heart. It's a setup, right? A power play, and possibly the first step in Haley's downfall. But I do have a question for you. Do you think that Leslie will actually go through with it? I mean, these are just my thoughts, right? Maybe she's going to ask her something else. Who knows? But I can bet you that it has everything to do with this fake ultrasound that she needs to get. And all the dirt that Leslie has done in the past, you know, getting these ultrasounds and the documents and pictures and video. I mean, that's easy work for her, right? Piece of cake. But again, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. You know I'd appreciate it. And if you're a fan of Beyond the Gates like I am, then go ahead and sub to this channel for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for tuning in to Ruthless TV, you guys, and I'm going to see you on the next one.